Hi friends, welcome to Accounting and Finance. Our first topic is interest and annuities. First of all, let me tell you that finance is not a rocket science. Many feel it as a rocket science, non-finance background guys, but it is not so. It is very easy, and I will explain these concepts in a simple and easy manner. And particularly, it is easy for you because you are bankers and you do know the play with these terms day after day, but the terms may be a little bit different. Don't worry, I will make it uh, real time for you, so don't worry about the problems also. There will be a separate video. These things that are explained here is of basic nature, so all that you need to do is understand the concept. So what is simple interest and compound interest? Simple interest is nothing but you just need to pay interest on principal. There is no concept of interest on interest accumulated. So for 1 year if it is 10 rupees, for 5 years it will be 50 rupees, as simple as that. So it is simple interest. In case of compound interest, the interest is accumulated, interest is calculated on accumulated interest also. That's why compound interest grows rapidly when compared to simple interest. So for simple interest, interest is equal to PRT, principal into interest rate into time. Amount at the end of period we need to pay is P plus I. P is principal, that is the amount we borrowed, plus I, interest. So I is equal to PRT, we also already know. So is equal to P plus PRT. That means P into 1 plus RT. In case of compound interest, amount at the end of period, A is equal to P into 1 plus R by N to the power of NT. Here N is number of compoundings within a year. Generally, across the world, in the financial world, interest is quoted per year. Okay, until unless it is said interest is 20% per month or 5% per month or 1% per month. If they say interest is 5%, that means per annum. So it is general rule that interest is quoted per year. So number of compoundings in a interest quoted time. So if for a year compounding is twice, N is 2, like that. So let us compare simple interest and compound interest. Say for example, principal is 100 rupees and the interest rate is 10%. That means 10% per annum. So in simple interest, today 100 rupees, after 1 year it will be 110 rupees, after 2 years 120 rupees. That means each year, just like rent, you pay 10 rupees, 10 rupees, 10 rupees. So after 1 year 10 rupees. If you pay after 2 years, 2 times 20, after 3 years 3 times 30. But in compounding interest, 100 plus 10, for the first year 110, see, one and the same, but thereafter it goes exponentially based on that means interest is calculated on accumulated interest. In the second year, 110 into 10%, that means 110 plus 11, 121, like so. So let us do one problem on in simple interest as well as compound interest. Say for example, you gave a loan of 4,000 to your friend Rajesh at simple interest of 5%. So if he pay at the end of 2 years, what is the interest and what is the total amount? So first of all, we need to write down what are the things provided in the problem. P, principal, is 4,000, time is 2 years, R, rate of interest is 5%. 5% means 5 by 100. Simple. Amount at the end of period A is equal to P into 1 plus RT. So if you go through math, it is 4,400. So interest is amount minus principal. That means you took 4,000, borrowed 4,000, Rajesh borrowed 4,000 and he paid 4,400. That means you earned 400. The difference is interest. So amount minus principal, 4,400 minus 400 is 4. Minus 4,000 is equal to 400. That is the interest. You can also calculate interest by A minus P. PRT also. So PRT is equal to 1 and the same 400. Now do the same math with compounding interest. You gave loan of 4,000 at 5% annually compounding interest rate. So what is the amount at the end of 2 years and what is the interest? So amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by N to the power of N T. Here N is the compounding. So annually it is compounding only once. So N is equal to 1. So P into 1 plus R to the power of T. So 4,000 into 1 plus 5 by 100. R is 5%. That means 5 by 100 whole square. So finally we got 4,410 rupees. So what is interest? If you deduct principal from the total amount paid, get the interest. Amount minus principal is equal to 4,410 minus 4,000. That means 410 rupees is the interest. Very simple. Now rule of 72. It is used for approximation to find out the time to double any amount, whether it is a loan, that means the amount you borrowed or the amount you lent. Say for example, let's do a problem to turn the math easily. For example, you invested 10,000 at 12% interest rate. So how much time it will take to double the amount? To amount get doubled, that means to become 20,000. Simple, 72 by I. I is interest rate, 72 by I. 72 here in this case 72 by 12%, that comes to 6. That means in 6 years the amount gets doubled, and that's it. Now fixed interest rate versus floating interest rate. In earlier days we used to have fixed interest rate. Now it is everything is floating interest rate. Fixed interest rate is nothing. Everything, that means interest rate is fixed before entering into contract. And that means a loan or deposit. Once we did that, that means borrowed a loan or made a deposit, the interest rate won't change until the end of term. But in case of floating, the interest rate is linked to some parameter like LIBOR, London Interbank Rate. Across the world, it is the one generally linked to floating interest rate. So LIBOR plus 1% like they quote. That means if LIBOR is 3%, what is the interest rate? LIBOR plus 1% means 3 plus 1, 4%. If LIBOR is 7%, LIBOR plus 1% means 7 plus 1, 8%, like that. So under such things are benchmark rate, base rate, card rate. We know all these things. Then comes the concept of back end versus front end interest charge. For example, we all know generally we come across back end interest rate only. It is more reasonable. For example, you took a loan of 100, okay, today. So how much you will get? 100. After 1 year at 10%, after 1 year how much you pay? 110. 100 plus 10 interest, that means total 110. That means 10%. But in case of front end, it happens in mandis in India. Yes, that means markets in India. They give 100 loan, but by the time you receive the loan, they give 90 rupees. That means they deduct interest of 10% upfront. So at the end of the term, you need to pay total principal. No need to pay interest, you already paid. So initially you get 90. At the end of the period, you get 100. Interest served by you at the beginning, front end. It is not same as back end. because you took you took a loan of 90 only, whether it is quoted as 100, you took loan of 90 only. For that you saved interest of 10 rupees. That means 10 by 90 is equal to 11.11%.